Hey everybody, it's Maggie Mulhern. It's a happy day here at the Water Street Studio because look who I've got with me. It's Ammon Carver, who is the International Creative Director
The
of Ulta.
intergalactic chief artistic director of Ulta Beauty. That's my official title.
Oh, it's so cool. And we are just having the best time, and it's such a wonderful and creative and fabulous environment. We're getting great stuff. But Ammon was saying that for natural hair, there's a special way to get texture and volume that is different from hair that's not natural, right?
Yes, so like typically hair, and I'm going to get right into doing hair and just talk about it right now because I know that you guys stop watching if I don't get into hair. So what I like to think about is a lot of hairdressers today, in order to get voluminous shapes, they've learned to use like a micro crimping texture iron to give you that texture, so it gives you that expansive volume. What they forget is that a lot of our clients that have naturally textured hair, if you do what I call like a pre-stretch, where all you're doing, you're not looking to satin smooth it, but just stretch out that curl so it's smoother canvas, it gives you the same effect and you can get all those like voluminous shapes. So what I would do on one like this is I would take just section by section, I would do what I call like a pre-stretch. So just to give you guys a visual, excuse me here, this is what her hair looks like naturally. I like had this in her hair earlier for the shoot, and then we pre-stretched it just like this. And the key is that I want to make sure that when you're stretching curly hair like this, that it's not just a pull from root till ends. You're going to earn your way to the roots is what we call it, meaning start at the ends and then earn your way to the roots so that you're not ruining or breaking this fragile hair. So I'm going to blow dry the ends first. And you can do this right over the top of dry hair. This works really well with like a comb attachment also. But I love this brush by Curious. Nick Stenson, of course. Little shout out to my boy. But you guys can see just a quick little stretch. I'm not looking to smooth the hair all the way. Girls with textured hair, they like to see that they have texture. They're proud of that texture. But what I want to do is just smooth it out a little bit so that now I have the ability to play around with shapes. So what I'll do is now I'll show you guys an example of how this smooth shape can get expansive, really cool editorial shapes like super easy. So if I get this out of the way, that Curious brush is curiously getting in the way. So clip this out of the way just really quickly. Now I'm just going to take the underneath and I'm going to let this kind of be removed. So we'll do almost like a little like half updo. I'm just going to twist it to eliminate this length. Just going to use some hairpins. Thank you, darling. Hairpins go in, turn, push. I can do this, all that hair you just saw, in 2 hairpins. Go down in, push, and there it's secure. Now I can take this top section, and even though it's only the top, it's not even the full parietal ridge section, I have this whole top section that I can now plume and blossom. Now let me turn her so you guys can see. If I turn her to camera, look, because of this texture, how I have the ability to open this up. This is exactly the same result as if you had micro crimp textured somebody's hair. So I can do it on somebody who naturally has that texture without having to go through section by section with a crimping iron. So this way I can create these full shapes. I'm showing you guys, but I need to look in the mirror to see what I'm doing. But you guys can see. Now I'm just playing and having fun. I'll turn her around so you guys can see how I can now take through the back here, and we can either loop this around and have it like join, or create like a textured chignon that was really, really easy to create. More hairpins, please, darling. You're embarrassing me on TV. Please be. But you guys, this is something that's super easy to do at home, and what I really feel passionate about is that textured hair looks like this. It's great for clients of all hair types, right? So they can get these looks that have these beautiful full silhouettes and shapes, and you don't have to be intimidated by their natural texture. It's a really quick way to just smooth out their texture, but celebrate it. You don't have to smooth it. You don't have to give her like a silky blow dry. She loves her texture. She doesn't want her hair to be smooth. And so don't take the time to smooth it. Just stretch it a little bit so you have the ability to manipulate it and turn it into some fun, full shapes. So just quickly turning this into a little chignon. Let me just hide that little guy there. We go. And again, look it. Same thing. It's almost like, I like to think of it almost like Velcro. Like because of the texture, you can like plume and open and create the size, and it will stay because of the texture that it has. So now as I turn her, you guys can see now I have the ability, and I'm going to grab somewhere around here. Somebody has my Lonza hairspray that would be great for my...
Okay, it's coming.
It's a favorite around here, so what I'm going to do is look in the mirror, make sure I'm checking to see what I'm doing. This is my favorite hairspray for a lot of reasons, because I can layer it on, and it's going to give me like a workable hold. But look and see. Look when you. I'm sorry, Maggie. You can say I want to show the like, on your camera. So like I literally have the ability now to like pull and open this up, so I can take a classic silhouette shape and then really start to open it up. And this is where it starts to become like editorial or have that done but undone flair to it. So quick little tip for you guys to maximize texture that already exists, that you don't have to spend time micro crimping because she's already got that cool texture. Use it, enjoy it, and have fun.
Thank you. Bye.